Hello and welcome to another edition of Paranormal Activity and Mysterious Stories. Let me give you a quick preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is some UFOs caught on tape in Egypt. Second is another one of these fast-moving UFOs. I mean, this one goes real quick. It goes by the Golden Gate Bridge here. Also got a video from Reddit, which just shows a little UFO over Walmart. Also got this off of my Facebook page. I think this guy filmed this from a live feed off of his computer. We'll take a look at that. Also an article from Canada's Foreign Minister of Defense who talks about 4 alien species that visit Earth. And, actually, I'm not a believer that they're visiting Earth. I think they live here. They probably live in our oceans and deep Earth caverns. And let's see, an article that claims that Trump could disclose the secrets he learned while in office. So I think that's interesting. That's, it'll be interesting to see which way this all ends up. Also, an article about 7,000-year-old reptile figurines found in Iraq. Like, why did these people make this? I mean, I'm under the assumption that they must have made it because they saw it. I don't think they... Yeah, the idea of symbolism or metaphors. I mean, was that even a concept back then? I mean, I believe they were advanced people, but that they used the idea of symbolism and metaphors to represent other things 7,000 years ago. And then last is another person that's in the media or in the spotlight. Here is UFC fighter Diego Sanchez, who has claimed to see a UFO. We've had Miley Cyrus claiming to see a UFO, and Demi Lovato saying that she saw a UFO, and I think there's a bunch of other people. Well, yeah, Russell Crowe years ago saw a UFO, and I think he also filmed it too. But anyways, let me go to this first one here. Real UFO alien sightings caught on tape, Egypt. This is from 2015. I'm not too sure about this video. Those things are just moving way too much in unison. I mean, it definitely looks real. Get a little closer. Yeah, for someone to do this, I mean, unless this is one of those programs where the UFOs are inserted into the video, but even then, I wouldn't know how that looks. But, basic video editing is you would have to cut these images out from somewhere else and then insert it on top of this background image. And if you do that, you would see this big, huge, giant outline. I'm not seeing that. And also, these objects are moving in unison with the camera. I don't know, folks, on this one. Put the link in the description. You can check it out yourself. Okay, so now this one here is another, I think this is like the 4th or 5th time now. People with, who are doing drone footage, capturing just drone footage. They're not out looking for UFOs. Here's another one. So now this thing really goes by fast. So that's just giving you, so you look at that. Did you see it? It just went by. So that's it right there. Yeah, I don't know if you're able to see it go by so quick, but I will leave a link in the description so you can check it out yourself. But you have to look real close on this one. And this isn't the idea that this may be a bird or something else is ridiculous again, because there are too many videos of this exact thing or something similar, moving at high speed. So let's see. This is from Reddit. Yeah, this is not the best video either. And again, this is one of those videos where I don't know how, but these black lines, black bands just somehow appear. I don't know what would the simple solution to eliminate those bands would be. So let's see, and let's go to this other video here. This one here I got off my Facebook feed. I imagine the guy is filming off of his computer screen. And you'll see, when someone at NASA finally realizes what's going on, they'll cut. So, whatever this thing is, this is not coming from another planet, another dimension. This is whoever's operating that little object there lives on this planet. That's a probe being sent out by someone on this planet who's checking us out. Boom. You see how NASA just cuts it right there. They must have realized, uh-oh, cut the feed. So that's that for that video. Okay, next is an article. This article has been out a few times, but I'm sure there are some people who are still new to the UFO thing, so maybe they're not familiar with Paul Hellyer. But, Paul Hellyer was the Canadian Minister of National Defense in the 1960s during the Cold War. He was responsible for combining the Canadian Air Force, Navy, and Army into what is known today as the Canadian Forces. He was the highest-ranking person on paper inside the Department of Defense for Canada. The Honorable Paul Hellyer is the highest-ranking person among all G8 countries to openly speak about UFOs and extraterrestrials. He has been speaking about UFOs and extraterrestrials for quite some time now, and he recently made an appearance on RT News stating that there are at least 4 known alien species that have been visiting Earth for thousands of years. Again, they keep saying visiting. I think this is part of the whole brainwashing. If they've been here for thousands of years and they're an advanced species, they're not going to visit. Yes, they may, leave their bases here, but yeah, if this has been going on for thousands of years, they're not just coming here to visit. Obviously, they would establish some type of base here or civilization here. So yeah, I think this whole, all these, they keep saying visiting. This is the brainwashing. Constantly using the term visitor or visiting is an attempt, I think, to deflect away from the fact that, these advanced species are actually on this planet, and the powers that be just aren't willing to release that information just yet. Okay, let's go to this next story about this guy here. Will he, as president, selectively revealed highly classified information to attack his adversaries, gain political advantage, and impress or intimidate foreign governments, in some case jeopardizing U.S. intelligence capabilities. As an ex-president, there's every reason to worry he'll do the same, thus posing a unique national security dilemma for the Biden administration, current and foreign officials and analysts said. I think this is more information to make this guy just look bad. But anyways, this article will be in the description. You want to check it out. These figures here are very interesting, because I'm of the belief that, if they made it, it's because they saw them. 7,000-year-old artifacts were found in the Al Ubaid archaeological site depicting human-like figures with the characteristics of lizards. The site is located in modern Iraq, but the age of the artifacts is estimated to be even older than the civilization of the Sumerians. Archaeologists claim that between 5500 and 4000 BC, there was a prehistoric culture known as the Ubaidian culture in Mesopotamia, which is believed to have laid the foundation for the civilizations of the Sumerians. Yeah, if you look back at this region, they were highly advanced, and the buildings that they made required advanced math, calculus, geometry, or knowledge of geometry, knowledge of advanced building skills. All throughout the Mediterranean, while the rest of the planet were literally living in caves or running around in animal skins, killing their food with spears and sharp objects and things like that. Meanwhile, there was this whole culture around the Mediterranean who were living like kings, so to say. Look at the tile work that they created, the plumbing that they designed, and around that area, the buildings that they lived in. This was a highly advanced culture that lived back then. And again, it was only in this Mediterranean region. So long ago, while the rest of the planet were hunter-gatherers still, living in tribes. So yeah, something about our history we're not being told. I remember as a little kid, we had a coffee table book called Civilization, and I remember chapter 1 was caveman, prehistoric man. Chapter 2 was Neolithic man. We see they show photos of cavemen learning how to make spears, and the little them carving the rocks and things like that, into sharp knives and hunting tips. That was chapter 2, and then you go to chapter 3, and it's Rome. Like Rome, with the arches and the Colosseum. And I used to always remember going from at the end of chapter 2, looking at Neolithic man, and then chapter 3, and looking at Rome. And I used to always think there's something missing here. I used to flip back at the end of chapter 2 to the beginning of chapter 3, and I just knew, even as a kid, I was probably 5 or 6 years old, I knew that there was something missing, that there's no way these cavemen woke up one day and then started building, buildings with columns, those Doric columns. So yeah, that was crazy to me. But anyways, let's go to this last article here. ETs like UFC fighter Diego Sanchez claims to see UFO. UFOs have been seen over soccer matches. Numerous football players, including the American kind, have reported UFO encounters. So it would be an easy connect the dots conclusion that there might be a Universe Cup someday that includes both humans and ETs. Might there also be a Universal Ultimate Fighting Championship to determine the top cosmic mixed martial artist fighter? UFC star Diego Sanchez wouldn't be surprised by that. In fact, he may already have been scouted by the opposition. Today, a powerful portal of light energy is open. If there ever was a night to connect with the universe, tonight is the night. I have been celebrating and connecting all day. What got veteran UFC welterweight and middleweight champion Diego the Nightmare Sanchez so excited that he spent the day tweeting about it instead of working out for his next bout? I was doing energy work on my patio as a UFO flew right up on me, and I called for my daughter, quick, quick. She watched this thing hover only hundreds of feet away. Albuquerque is a trip. Sightings are regular here, but this shit was contact tonight. It was obvious it was watching me. Watching for what? Sanchez, who lives in Albuquerque, New Mexico, says he was working out, so this could have been ETs checking him out for a future bout, or perhaps looking to expand their team by adding a human. albeit an old one. I wish he had a video, you know, because, I mean, did it make some kind of UFO maneuver, or was it just a drone? You know, of someone checking him out. Was it a drone with a bright light on it, watching him? Because, you know, I mean, he's Diego Sanchez. I don't know, folks, but I will leave a link to this article in the description. You can check it out. That's going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.